In the first place, my name is Umuahia KSM, a Knight of St. Molumba. They call me Autonomous, aka Autonomous. Yeah, about from about Umuahia League. Umuahia League. I am not saying this because I am from Umuahia. Umuahia is the most peaceful place center you will play league in Umuahia South. I am saying this because of my experience as a referee and as a player. I've been a goalkeeper, I've been a player, and I am also a grade 1 Nigerian grade 1 referees. I've traveled around all the states in Nigeria as a referee. But when you come to Umuahia South, where Umuahia belongs, Umuahia, I will authoritatively say, Umuahia is the most peaceful football center in Umuahia South. Let me make example like Obakala, Olokolo, those people always come to Umuahia to watch match 1980s, 70s, 80s before we came in. When our seniors were playing, Umuahia was the first place for Olokoro and Obakala. They used to come here and watch. But when we talk of violence, Umuahia is not a violent place. Though boys of these days, based on football, struggling, hooliganism, but even at that, you cannot compare Umuahia with Olokoro or Obakala. I have been at Obakala football as a player, as a referee. I have been at Olokoro as a player, as a referee. I have been at Umuahia and Surimo, Kenobis, all those places. I can always tell you that Umuahia is the most peaceful football center, where you will go as a referee, play your match, no matter what happens, you will leave the field peacefully. Unlike Obakala, I have encountered violence as a referee. When I was the chairman of Umuahia South, there was even a time I stopped the Obakala football competition because they beat up our referees. Something like that has never happened in Umuahia. But I've seen that in Olokoro also. I've seen they have fought our referees severally in Olokoro, but it is not so here. Umuahia is football loving people. So I advise them that they should keep it up. You can't compare Umuahia. Like Obakala has population, that's true. That population also contribute to the hooliganism, to the problem we used to see in Obakala. But it is not like that in Umuahia. Umuahia is a place where you people have you have football lovers. Even when you lose, it is not a do or die affairs. So that's one thing about Umuahia, football in Umuahia. And I want to also encourage our sponsors. I know for some time now, football in Umuahia has not been what it used to be during our days. I want to encourage football lovers, those that can sponsor the competition, to also make heads and see that the competition is always played every year. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much. My name is Sir Steve Ogumike. I played for Umuahia. I played the position of 2 Umuahia. I played 2, I played 4. In those days when we were playing the Umuahia League, it was a very lovely competition. Very lovely. And highly organized and coordinated. That year we had our coach, unlike Umuahia in particularly, and I got camp, Evangel. I name a match with Umezala, Omeledi, which is the toughest team we have. We go, I know a camp, Evangel, from I know there for almost 2 days. After each training, we come back to the house and go back to the camp again to stay there for some time. Able to avoid any distraction or mind or anything at all. So I know camp. The match. Don't go to our houses. I ain't going somewhere. If with a boss, they're very from that place straight to field. That one. That time I know Umezala and Umumobutu and Umeledi. Very more. We talk about the likes of Bobo, who was playing 9. Talk about Umuahia who's there, pastor, who was playing 8. We talk about Morpheus them Dukeka. We talk about number 11, Amumere, who's the Momumere. And that guy number 7, we talk about Ye, talk about Ye, Chubs Amugo. I talk about 4, you know. So those that time now, almost always a balanced team. Then they come to move to that time, talk about Stone. Stone number 5 that time, all last man. Talk about people like Ojai is number 11. Talk about Okewogu, number 7. So they used to have a very balanced team. But then Bazuma have a very powerful, formidable team that time around. I can buy the Buku, Ishmaela, I Keogu, all these people, Kaga Gochuku Uwohu. Do you understand me? We have a very powerful team. So any match team, all around we talk one man squad. When I bought Okechukwu Onyangana on top. Or one will be the only strong person then the teams of whom that time the like of Olanya Asonian powerful last man. So most teams that time I name here in my league. All the teams are disciplined. All the teams are disciplined. When the car, maybe I want to go beer, all the thing. And the level of thuggery, immediately gagala. It doesn't work and we see ourselves as one.
My name is Mr. Chigozie Oji, also known as Ojai. I remember the days of very good football in Old Umuahia. At our own time, talking about our own time in the late 70s up till the early 90s, I was very active in football. I was playing for Umuahia. I was playing for my maternal home, Umechok, and I was playing for Old Umuahia. And I was a left footer. And the special skills I had was I could take shot from the center of the pitch and the keeper would panic. I could take shot from every angle. In those days, football used to be something that occupied everybody's time. By 3:30, just for trainings, by 3:30, people had already converged in the field, and our trainings would start by 4 because we were targeting to end by 6 so that we can go back home and still help our parents to do other things as young growing boys. And football over the years, the difference with what I see now and as then is that as then we were playing just for the fun of it, for community service. But today football has become a means of income. It has become a very huge part of the entertainment industry. So, and I urge our youth to know that in football you need to be disciplined, you need to be focused, you need to have the right kind of mind. I remember what made me a terror to defenders was that I had speed, I had skills, I had shot, and I had focus. If you're not disciplined in football, no matter how talented you are, you find yourself dropping by the wayside. So what I would tell the younger generations, even as the competition in Old Umuahia is getting better. I remember that I was also the assistant secretary Old Umuahia Youth Association, and then I was the sports director. And I remember one particular incident that happened that made us stand out as a community, as a people. There was a finals between Umuahia and Umezala, and I was the sports director. And Umezala was trying to employ the tactics of their players are not complete. Because of that, they will not play the finals. Let's shift the date. We shifted it the first time. Then the second time, the youth took a decision that finals must be played on that day. Umezala sent a delegation to me and said, remember, you're from Alal. If that finals is played, we will deal with you. And on that day, Umezala came out with 5 of the players and sat outside of the pitch. Umuahia came in, the referees came in, and Umuahia walked in, and they walked Umezala over. And Umuahia took that cup. So it brought a lot of attacks from my brothers from Umuahia, but at the end of the day, reason prevailed. That used to be the kind of a perfect youth organization we had. We were not looking at Umuahia football from the angle of I am from Eluelu, I am from Alala. We were looking at it from the viewpoint of we are Umuahia Amasa. And then I also remember a particular thing that happened. We were all hanging out around Umuahia, and when we saw some buses entering centralized field, and they said Obakala people came to play a match against us. Who wrote the letter? Nobody knew. But before you could say Jack Robinson, most of us rushed to our houses. We didn't do any training, we didn't prepare, but we took Bakala with their full squad. We defeated them 1-0. And I remember what their coach said. If old Umuahia that didn't know you were coming to play a match and they didn't prepare for you could quickly assemble a team that would beat you 1-0, how much more would they have prepared for you? I remember that we used to have an old Umuahia team that would go to Olokoro on their own ground, beat them 2-0, go to Afara, beat Afara 4-1. So all around us, Amakama was like a growing side. But today we see a situation where Old Umuahia does not have that strength anymore. So if there is anything anybody can do to bring back the discipline, and I think this the current sports director, Emma, is doing a whole lot of job to make that come to pass. Let us bear in mind that Old Umuahia football, let nobody divide Old Umuahia football, no matter what the politics is. Let us continue to play this league as Old Umuahia Amasa. That is my take. And let us encourage the younger, especially now that I heard that a pair of boots is about 30-something thousand. So it becomes more difficult for the boys to play. So if there is anything that can be done for them, get these boots at a cheaper rate from wherever and send across so that the boys will continue to play. Football has become a very rich source of livelihood, and I thank the sponsors of this program who are bringing out their resources, who are trying to make these things work, who are trying to upgrade the status of our league. Yes, as you upgrade the amount involved, let us also upgrade the discipline. Let there be clear-cut rules on how this competition will be held. We don't like a situation where some villages will say, we're playing against Umuahia or we're playing against Tumezala in the finals, and they are strong. Let us delay. Let us come out by 5:30 so that we'll play 20 minutes. After that, we'll go into PK. That kind of thing, that should be a clear-cut rule on what should be done. Every match must start by 4:30 FIFA standard. 5 minutes after that, there has to be a sanction so that there will be discipline. Now that you're investing so much, nobody will bring out his money to invest without getting the required results. So I think that is my take on that. And then as you do that, you find out that you're going to be making some of us very, very happy. But let me tell you, people, in your arrangement, always remember to have a match for the All Stars. We can still toss the ball around. Thank you very much.
Afambo Onyekachi Onyemachi, but I will village I had Jimana Wagom more family. I remember was still antaking, but Nkebejoko, all from under 13 kg in Manapanam. I am Bakwani till Bayana Senior League. By a battle of Machinek and Yakuna, I always joke Nanya Barrier, Women Cup. Makai keep, but you may hand a little about one boy about your daughter. Men were injury, local. Men were injury, local, high leg at Mania, so the in the museum. Mashambana, other Makam Gaji, Chicato Maka. Now, injury Abu him Gary. So from there, I'm one of my drop on my boots. We can focus on my family. Our chemistry stop with the ball. There were. I won't talk about the but politics were out through Hena Umuahia. I been a ball. You may near come a ball of a band one at Umuahia. I bet the Bamana may be in Dobakalan and do Lokoro. I was still a politics a Guela Umuahia. Umuahia when a boys when they came about a battle of ma. nweta ihe ha chọrọla bọọlụ but amara onye ahụ kwesịrị ime ihe o kwesịrị ime meta ya ọfụma ha bịarute ha mafee ya aka n'ọnọdụ ka onye nke ha nọrọ di ya gbavi were that particular person kwesịrị ka ọ nọrọ di ya nweta ihe ahụ ha chọrọ after all enweta ọwa ahụ Umuahia bụ ihe gị bulie elu so ihe ndị a niile bụ ihe merenụ ya dị kama Umuahia bọọlụ ọla azụ meziri ndị kwesịrị sponsor for all those things o nwekweghị ike sponsor ka o kwesịrị so ọ bịa wụ ihe tiri aka ime ka Umuahia na-ala azụla bọọlụ karịchaa ọtọwa Umuahia ka a maara dịka ndị isi mbụ la bọọlụ before anụwazi aha ndị ọzọ ndewo